This one's going to come out. It's going to go all the way back. Is it going to go in?
That's it.
It's in. It is.
Another tough year for Buffalo Sabres.
I'm almost lost for words. This is the toughest solve I've been around, but it is on me to get these guys in the right place and win a hockey.
Hockey history made. Have you ever seen a player get punished and rewarded at the exact same time? It just happened in the NHL. Just when you think you've seen everything in hockey, something completely wild happens that leaves even the announcer speechless. Last night's game between the Buffalo Sabres and Utah Hockey Club gave us one of the strangest moments in NHL history. A player took a penalty and ended up scoring a goal on the same play. That's right, kids. Imagine getting sent to timeout, but somehow getting ice cream too. That's basically what happened to Utah's Stenlund in last night's game. Here's how this crazy situation unfolded. With less than 2 minutes left in the game, Buffalo was down 3-2 and fighting hard to tie things up. They had already pulled their goalie, which means they took their goaltender out of the net to get an extra skater on the ice. It's a risky move teams make when they're desperate to score. Then something amazing happened. Utah's Stenlund got called for a high-sticking penalty. This was huge for Buffalo. Not only would they have an extra attacker from pulling their goalie, but now they'd have a power play too, giving them 6 players against just 4 Utah players on the ice. All they had to do was put the puck on net, the announcer explained. This 6-on-5 turns into a 6-on-4, and who knows what could happen. This was Buffalo's golden opportunity to tie the game and maybe even win it. The crowd was on the edge of their seats, but then disaster struck. Instead of taking advantage of this perfect situation, a Buffalo player made a terrible pass that went nowhere near his teammates. The puck slid all the way down the ice and, you guessed it, went right into Buffalo's empty net. Goal for Utah. But wait, who gets credit for the goal? In hockey, the last player from the scoring team to touch the puck gets credit for the goal when it goes into an empty net. And guess who was the last Utah player to touch it? Stenlund, the very same player who just took the penalty. How often do you see the guy that took the penalty end up being credited with a goal in the same sequence? The announcer shouted in disbelief. You just can't even make it up. Can you believe it? 1 second, Stenlund is headed to the penalty box for breaking the rules, and the next second, he's being announced as the goal scorer. It's like getting detention at school, but still winning the classroom prize on your way out the door. This bizarre goal turned a tight 3-2 game into a 4-2 advantage for Utah. Shortly after, Utah scored again to make it 5-2, ending any hope for the struggling Sabres. For Buffalo fans, this was just another heartbreaking moment in what the announcer called a pathetic nightmare of a season. The team has been having a really tough year, even suffering through a 13-game losing streak from Thanksgiving all the way to Christmas. What makes it even more painful for Sabres fans is that they've seen some of their former players, like Dylan Cousins, who was traded to the Ottawa Senators, immediately start playing much better after leaving Buffalo. Cousins has already scored 6 points in his first 7 games with his new team. Hockey experts say they've almost never seen anything like this penalty goal combination before. Even veteran announcer Ray Ferraro was completely fired up about how unusual and unfortunate this moment was. When Ray gets this fired up about it, it's bad. The host explained. So there you have it. One of the strangest plays you'll ever see in hockey. A player commits a penalty and scores a goal at the exact same time. It's the perfect example of why sports are so amazing. Just when you think you've seen it all, something happens that nobody could have predicted. For the Buffalo Sabres and their fans, they'll be hoping to forget this bizarre moment quickly. But for the rest of us hockey fans, this is definitely going in the you have to see it to believe it highlight reel.